Hey guys, you've got to hear what Dean Graziosi has to say about marketing. He is an absolute legend. What I love about Dean is that he's been marketing on infomercials for 20 years, successfully made hundreds of millions of dollars. So you've got to hear what he has to say about how to market and how to sell masterminds. He's one of the best in the world at marketing, and he's someone that you definitely want to hear about his strategy, his thought process, and we capture that in this interview.
One thing I want to talk with you about is Bryan and I, we geek out on the marketing side.
Yep.
So, how we position masterminds and how we sell them. We've got the book. Thank you for, doing the forward for Mastermind Selling Secrets. But I would love to hear from you. We look at you as one of the top marketing experts in the world and of our time and generation. And so how do you look at filling the room? How do you look at the marketing of a mastermind?
So the first is, and you guys are gonna stay a little extra time. I want to show you some of the things I'm working on, but I really obsess, and I know we all do. You guys wouldn't be as successful as you are if you didn't do this. But I'm gonna ask you to double it, and people that are listening or watching right now, I'm gonna say you're probably missing this, is to really dive into like we know you gotta find your ideal client, right? First off, whatever you're serving, whatever you're selling, you need somebody that wants that, right?
Yeah.
And social media today has allowed us, with all the data that Facebook and YouTube collect, it's allowed us to pinpoint and target that demographic. So we don't have to go deep on that, because what taught me this lesson is infomercials, is I didn't have that opportunity. I just had to cast a wide net and hope somebody walking by a TV actually stopped. Then they watched. Then they went and got their wallet and called the number and waited on. I mean, think about all the layers of complexity compared to Amazon, where you go, boop. You know what I mean?
One click.
One click.
Or Google or Facebook. It's just very
exactly.
different.
The world's changed, but that taught me how to be a deeper marketing than most people, because most people just pick their niche and they go after it. And a lot of people get stalled because they use up all the people in their little niche and they don't know how to expand. And here's what I'd say, is I've read tens of thousands of comments from people who post on my Facebook boards, my message boards. Legit, I still do. I still read, because I want to live in the mind of the people I want to help. And I know that's like, yeah, that's what everybody does. It's not really what everybody does. I do it on a deep, deep level. And I don't want to just offer them something that they need or could change their life. I want to climb in and find out, what is your worry when you go to bed at night? What is your dream you have when you're sitting with your husband or sitting with your wife? And I do that on a really deep level. And if you don't have a Facebook group to go to now, find your biggest competitor or someone who's already in that space, join their Facebook message, ask questions, read. Like what I'm gonna show you guys later is, I know the top 3 reasons why people would want to be in this industry. I know people deep down, we all want to make an impact on the world. You want to know why people will buy your book, Mastermind? It's not just because to make money. That's not the number one reason. The number one reason, people think we want to make money, but if you guys have seen me on stage in the last year, my first question is, if you had 2 choices at the end of your life, massive amounts of money or massive impact, what would you choose? It's always 100% impact. Nobody chooses money. Wow. And then when I say, hey, how would you like to have both? Everybody cheers like crazy. Right? Exactly. But I would say one is, again, just sharing that with your book specifically, is people want to make an impact. Number 2, people really want to have a path and plan on how to do it. Like, what is the real blueprint? And they want to be reassured that they can trust you and that they will actually finish. So when you have a conversation, it's like, you want to have a conversation into that. Are you really providing impact? And if you're not, don't sell it yet. Make sure it's something that will impact their life. Don't fake the impact. Number 2, do things in your power to get people to ethically be pulled through what you're training so they finish it. So be the only course or the only book that someone read cover to cover. They finished it from the front to the end, right? And when you make those subtle shifts and you sell into that, it's a game changer. And on the opposite side, what are the biggest fears, right? Their biggest fears, usually they'll tell you, I don't know if it'll work for me. I don't think Facebook is, maybe Facebook is too busy. But deep down, everybody's fear is still a limiting belief. It's still an inner voice saying, I don't think this is going to work for me. If you can overcome that voice and then deliver to help them, you change the world.
Okay, so what's awesome about what Dean said was, dive into the mind of those you want to help. I think that's incredibly brilliant. You have to become passionate about what is their things that's keeping them up at night, right? Like, what are they worrying about when they go to bed at night? Or what is their dream that they have when they're sitting in front of their wife or their husband in bed, right? Like, these are the things that you need to understand about your market, right? So those are 2 things that are really vital. It's like, getting into the mind and the place, right? What are the problems? I talk about this all the time. What are the problems they're experiencing and what are the solutions that they want? When you know those things, marketing becomes easier, okay? So let's take these two choices at the end of your life that Dean talks about. Massive impact or massive amounts of money. Which one would you prefer? I don't know about you, but I would prefer both, right? Massive impact. Personally, I want to impact 1 billion people's lives while I'm here on the planet Earth. And making massive money, right? It takes money to make things happen, right? It's just the reality of the world we live in. If we want to get our message out to millions, well, we're not going to do that by waiting for someone to come along and publish us to their world, right? Or publish us to their audience, right? I just don't know about you, but I don't like, I like predictability. I like having the knowledge to be able to put gas on the fire and spread the mission, right? I mean, that's why it's important to do both, right? You need to make money because, you're adding massive value to other people's lives, so you should be paid you should be handsomely paid for that. And also, you should be making an impact, right? Like, you should be transforming people's lives from the inside out. I mean, that's what this is all about, right? Okay, so let me talk about this for a second. What are the top fears that people have that holds them back and keeps them stuck? So Dean says, I don't think this is gonna work for me. And I think that is a lot of a fear for a lot of people, right? Like, you might think, like, who am I, right? You might think, I don't know if I have expertise. I don't know if I have knowledge that other people would pay for. Who's gonna follow me? Who's gonna pay me, right? Like, all of these things are normal. Like, you should know that we all have deal with these, fears when we first start, right? We always have these fears until that first person throws money in the pot, and the second person, and the third person, and the fourth person, and begin to validate your decision. So listen, you're in the same boat as us all, right? We were all at a place where we had that fear, right? The key is, are you gonna overcome that fear? And are you gonna press in? And are you gonna be more concerned about the impact that you're making in the world? Or are you gonna let that fear stop you? Please, whatever you do, don't let fear get in the way of your success. Don't get fear get in the way of you making an impact. I mean, how terrible would it have been if Tony or Dean would have let fear get in the way of them launching their programs over the years to the world, right? Millions of people's lives would have been radically different if it wasn't for the impact that these two men have had. And I'd propose that same thing applies to you, right? You're just not on the other side of it yet. Or maybe you've seen some of it, but you haven't seen the fullness of it, right? So I would encourage you, don't let fear hold you back. Let faith guide you into the future.
Well, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you both. Thanks for being a part of this movement,
Yeah.
supporting Tony and I. It couldn't have had the jump start it had without people like you guys. So, and everybody listening, if you're watching right now and anything we talked about was even somewhat intriguing, I'm going to encourage you, go to the URL that you said. It's Mastermind Bonus.
Mastermindbonus.com.
Mastermindbonus.com. And reserve the spot right now. But here's what my guess is: most of you are going to register right now. How could you not? It's intriguing. It's Tony and I, and I'll say Tony more than me. It's this. You don't get this, right? But here's what you gotta do. You gotta show up. So put it in your phone, write it on your hand, put it on a sticky, stick it all over your house, because there's nothing worse than feeling left behind. The buzz of the internet is gonna be like, holy crap, did you see that? And you don't wanna be the person that said, oh damn, I missed it. So register, work with these amazing guys, and we look forward to seeing you on the 27th live.
All right, so it's really simple. Here's the 3 easy steps. It's super simple, super easy. Number 1, go to mastermindbonus.com. Get on our early bird email list, okay? We'll let you know about the training. We'll email you after you're on the list about Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi's brand new live training that they're doing at the end of the month, at the end of January. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Tony and Dean are coming out again. Last year, they came on out and had over 200,000 people all around the world join live and attend that free training, and people's minds were blown, right? I know some of the bonuses that Dean and Tony are gonna be sharing with you. I know some of the content. I can't wait for that training myself, so you're not gonna wanna miss it. It's gonna be a once in a lifetime opportunity, and then it's gonna be pulled down. So make sure you register your seat. and get our bonuses, right? Like, they're gonna introduce an opportunity to get their course, KBB, and their software, Mindmint. If you're gonna get their course and software anyways, you might as well get a huge fat stack of bonuses to go with it for free. And all you gotta do is clear your cache and cookies. We show you exactly how to do that at mastermindbonus.com, and then just use our link on the page and you'll be able to get access to all of the bonuses that we have in store for you. And then it's simple. You claim your bonuses, right? And you get to have us in your corner. You get to have Nick and I in your corner helping you to make the income and the impact that you know is possible. And more importantly, tap into the growing industry of the self-education space, going from $325 to $1 billion a day. I don't know about you, but I don't want to miss out on this wave, and I'm not going to. I want to encourage you, please don't miss out on this wave that's coming. It's going to happen no matter what. You don't want to miss it. Or worse, you don't want to get crushed by it because you came too late, right? There's never a better time to get involved. There's never a better time to get in the game. You have knowledge, you have wisdom, you have expertise that others need, or you know someone that does have knowledge, expertise, and wisdom that other people need, and you can help them share their knowledge, wisdom, and expertise and make an impact and make a great income in the process. So go to mastermindbonus.com for all of the information. Check out all of the bonuses that we're giving you, and stay tuned for more videos as I'm pumping out a ton of my life's work through video and through email and through blog posts, everything, okay? On Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and everywhere, so stay tuned.